Hey YouTube, finally got a nice enough day that I'm going to be able to get outside and do a little practicing today. And best thing to do to practice is practice the classifiers. Classifiers are preset courses that they use to see where your abilities are and to put you in a certain class of people to shoot with. So the classifiers, if you go to USPSA.org/classifiers, you're going to get a web page and it'll have the PDFs of all these different classifiers. Now what these PDFs are going to show is they're going to show the name of the classifier, they want you to shoot the classifier, how far apart your targets and the course setup is, and on the back side it basically shows you how to score your hit factor, which is basically your score divided by your time. So I'm going to be shooting today El Presidente. It's pretty popular. You engage your targets, you do a reload, you re-engage your targets. Here's some other ones that only use 3 targets that practice other different things that are useful in practice. Close quarter standards. Practice at basically practice your at the longest distance, both hands, then your strong hand, and then your weak hand. Then you got long range standards, which is quite a far back, 120 feet back, and you're going to be shooting from standing, kneeling, and a prone position. It'll help practice different positions in long range. And then we have lazy man standards, and it's basically got targets at different distances and some behind hard cover. So it's gonna, and you're also gonna end up shooting a couple strings with a strong hand and a weak hand. So it's basically good all around, different distances, behind cover, targets behind cover, strong hand, weak hand. So that one's also a good one to practice. So what I'll be shooting is these USPSA targets. And as you can see, they got this A zone here in the middle. That's what you're going to get your high score on. And they got an A zone in the head. And these targets are $1 or $2 a piece, and they're kind of expensive to get. But if you just want to get a paper plate, they're roughly to practice on. It's a little bit wider and it's not quite as tall, but paper plates you can get basically for pennies, and you can practice that way. One other thing that I need to work on is, if you look at some of my past targets, you're going to see that all my bullets are about center mass of the target, and the bottom of the A is here, and all my bullets are from about the middle down a little below. I really need to pull my shots up. If you really look about the middle of this target and up, I don't have very many bullets in that upper part of the zone. So I really need to start targeting about a third of the way down from the shoulders, and maybe I can hit my A zone a little bit toward the middle of the A zone. So something I need to work on. So let me just go ahead and pack up all my gear, and let's head out to the range and do a little practicing. Hey YouTube, I'm at the range. I got the Classifier El Presidente set up, and got my gear all strapped on me, all my magazines loaded, and I'm ready to go. I got my IPSC shot timer over there. So one thing while you're doing your practices is a good idea. Always go through like in your head what the commands are. Make ready, holster your gun, start the timer, shoot the course, and then when you're done, make the gun safe, show an empty chamber. Kind of practice that, because you're going to have to do that at the range every time you shoot. So let me get my safety glasses, earplugs on, we'll get started. Load the weapon, make ready. Make the gun safe. Let's see how these last couple rounds went. See where my rounds are going. Haven't had any really good ones to even try to score. These are looking better, at least on this target. All of those were A's except for that one. Yeah, this target, all were A. That was on the line. Looks like I got 2 C's on that one. Oh, that was real bad. All were A's except for those 2 shots over there, so well, at least I'm getting closer to getting all A's. Just keep practicing. Hey YouTube, I'm back from practice. Camera ran out of battery toward the end, so I didn't get to record these last few rounds. I timed myself and actually scored these last ones, and this is the last one I shot, which was my best. I have all A hits except on this last target. That's a C hit, and that's actually 2 bullets right there. I got 11.38 seconds. That comes out to a 5.1 hit factor. I've gone to the range and practiced 2 other times, and the first time was a 4.4 was my best, and the second time was a 4.6, and now this time is 5.1 hit factor. So I'm definitely improving as I do practice. So with the weather being nicer, hopefully I'll get a little more practice in and I'll keep improving. Thanks for watching.